All right, folks. Step 2. So once you've got those identity symbols and those symbols that are on your identity brainstorming, you're going to, and we've talked about in class what makes symbols trite, which means overused. And overused means boring. We don't want boring symbols in our final design. So what you're going to do is take some trite symbols and make them into something a little bit more personal. So you can take some trite symbols that you really attracted to, like, oh, I really love hearts. I just love the shape of them. I love using them, but it's a super trite symbol. So I want to make sure I'm using it in a different way than just using hearts. You could also go back to, remember I said you were using these images. I could go back to these images and I could go, oh, wait, I've got my sewing needle is a very trite symbol. Let's see, book for education is a very trite symbol. It's used a lot. A hammer, super trite symbol. Let's see, what else? Oh, art palette. So you're going to fill in this space with about 5 to 10 trite symbols that you think are important to you. Now, so if I take the symbol of heart, and I've still got, even the ones that are not here, I can use ones from this page too. So even if I just didn't draw them here, these are kind of the ones I want to start with. But if I'm like, oh wait, I totally had an idea here, I'm going to come back to it. So the meaning is I love my family. So if I want to make this heart a little bit more family related, I could do something like, oh wait, I could take the heart and combine it with the hammer, so that I'm representing my dad with a hammer heart. That's a little less trite. Or I could take, oh, my son and I build with Legos all the time. I could take the heart and make it into a Lego. Okay. So come up with new ideas. They could be combining ideas here, or they could be something completely different. So, for example, if I've got my symbol of my sewing needle and thread, that's a super trite symbol. Maybe, and it's about that I love sewing costumes. Maybe instead of just the needle and thread, I have the piece of a costume. There's my piece of corset, and I've got the needle coming out of it. That's a little bit more of a less used image. So you could change your image. You could come up with something completely different that represents the same thing. But you're trying to go through and come up with the big meaning things in your life, the 8 biggest ideas in your life, and come up with some new ideas. All right, go work on your symbol worksheet.